Now, your Alaska Link weather for Anchorage and South Central.
We are tracking changes as we roll into our first weekend of January that will pull us out of these brisk conditions and back into some warming, but this is going to be paired up with some of that precipitation. Now, we will note that there is going to be at least some coastal precipitation, maybe a few spots of some precipitation inland this weekend, but the strongest wave that is going to signal the warmth and the moisture is expected to arrive on Monday. And then after that wave lifts in, it is going to cause for a train of moisture to continue to move its way into the Gulf, which will allow for much of next week to be on the active side. Now, it is going to be a gradual transition out of the cold and into the warmth, as we note that still for Saturday will be range with temperatures staying below normal. We also note that we still will have some times of those strong winds, which is allowing for wind chills, especially in the morning hours in the Anchorage area, to be at the teens below zero. Slight improvements to the single digits below zero, but we note that it will be colder for some communities that can get some of those stronger winds, as we are noting that valley wind there with Wasilla and Palmer still noting that again as we especially head into Saturday morning, with those winds be very strong and blustery, but then easing as we are going to talk about our pattern starting to have more influence with the low pressure systems that will be moving in from the south. As we'll note that most of our coastal areas of the Kenai and the Prince William Sound will be back to some precipitation by the end of day Saturday. Now, with the cold conditions that we've had in place, the system is going to start off bringing widespread snow showers to our coastal areas. And then as we head into Sunday, Monday, we can even see there's one of that first system that's going to help to pull that warmer temperature field into those sea level locations, which will bring that transition over to rain showers. But before we get to mostly rain showers for some of those locations, we note that Seward, Whittier, Valdez, even Cordova, looking at a couple inches to even several inches of snowfall accumulation before that transition happens. So note that there will be that quick changeover for many of those coastal locations here this weekend. So note that hazards will lift in quickly when it comes down to starting cold and clear to seeing snow showers by end of day Saturday to then by end of day Sunday moving over to those rain showers. So active for all. Inland spots not active with that precipitation until about Monday. Might see some hit or miss spots, but overall much of it stays coastally for the weekend. 5 hours and 48 minutes of daylight. Not going to see much of it. Might get some glimpses of that sunshine for Saturday. Sunday is expected to be more overcast. But once that overcast sky moves in, that does keep our temperatures inland near seasonable of just around those 20s, as coastal areas will even get back above that freezing mark. But we won't stop the warming there, as Sunday with a high of 23 in the Anchorage will then turn into the 30s by Monday. We'll see that strong wave lift in with some winds and snow showers on Monday, and then with a push of even warmer temperatures on Tuesday, we may have to track some times of wintry mix.